Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with career touchdown number 60. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spent all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And running with power here. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 11. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time, either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That one good for 33 and a first. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Panthers had 8-3 now, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 48 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Keep leading on the running game. Back to the ground. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now they'll audible to something else. They get this out left. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Pacheco. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for the...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the
Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And nearly swung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Open man down the field. That's Ligon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's a 2nd and 5. And he'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
But partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. touchdown. This is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, break.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Back to throw now on first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Buffalo 18.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
Powers through. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Robinson up the middle.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
70 Timberwolves. Mustang 19. Ready.
They'll set up to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback, 33 yards.
And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage. Either run another play or clock it and start over again.
18 cards, 19 tight, 19 tight.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The kick is good.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To the right side, hauled in by McMillan.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
49-yard line.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, hawk.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Short throw, caught by Pitts.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
79 Broncos. Trap 50, trap 50. 19 Lions. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now a timeout to Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Their mobile quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
That is caught. McMillan with it.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on, come on.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got it.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Watts. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at the 36-yard line.
Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
133 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Kyle Pitts.
33 yards. And the Falcons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after try forthcoming. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Did the kicking team get it? Yes. The onside kick works like a charm.
Let's go now.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
At the 44-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
There, Richardson back to throw it.
Man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal at the 7-yard
Richardson.
line.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Just shy of the goal line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. Taking it in.
And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I'll agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready? Ready?
Now Richardson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Richardson working from the gun. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he'll work that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
19-5.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet. But they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Richardson out of the shotgun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
19 Lions, Cowboy 80, Dragon 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Mustang 19.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Derek Brown collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts,
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
and the Falcons are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game. So defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, drop 60, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's Richardson to throw. That one complete to again.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
79 Broncos.
Halfback to red.
We'll get this up to about the 44. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Richardson going to change the play here.
And 5 at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 5. Got a man.
Man, come on, bro. You just standing over there.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
6. And a Rio first down. 1st and 10.
They go play action with Richardson.
Let's go.
He can't escape, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
At the 41-yard line.
And now an audible here into something else. Off play action. Richardson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, it got to him, so they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
Oh, wow. You know what? That is an actual good play.
Go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 18 Pioneer. Ready?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They declined it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
And it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First down, Falcons.
They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
143 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Fix the Eagles! Fix the Eagles! Ready?
Now back to throw.
Find the open man. That's complete.
Thank you.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance.
Oh, a better pass. I can't throw a better pass on that, bro. My bad. Let me shut up. You seen that? Bruh. Jeremiah Smith, bro, dropped them in the bread basket. High point, boom, right there. Touchdown. TD, we ain't talking about that.
Looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 36-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
70, trap 60, trap 60.
Richardson looking to throw.
And that'll be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
And this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now it's Richardson. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for the Panthers.
Richardson to throw off play action.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, these guys are
Get the fuck up out my face, what are you talking about?
They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's go.
Richardson looking to throw this. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Mustang 19. Bronco 80.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Xavier Watts. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. The Falcons send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game